Okay?
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay now? We just fiddled with the mic. Can you hear me?
Yep.
How do we do that? The way the vast majority of countries around the world, except those that are American controlled and Russian controlled, have decided to do it themselves. You can do it by something called passing laws that says, sorry, no more foreign ownership in the petroleum industry, no much more foreign ownership in the tar sands. I don't call them oil sands, I call them tar sands, which is really what they are. No more foreign ownership in a vast number of other things. We don't need it. We've got good quality Canadians. We've got the capital in Canada. This is not exactly what the Financial Post or the Globe and Mail would tell you. We have an abundance of capital in this country. We have companies that have stockpiled money, but they haven't been spending it. They haven't been spending it on research and development. They haven't been spending it on infrastructure. We've got the money here. We've got the resources here. We've got wonderful people here. We've got one of the highest educated populations anywhere in the world. There's no reason why we can't keep control ourselves.
Okay, I'm passing around the poster for tonight. It's Take Back Canada. Please write whatever you like, except don't swear at Mel. And we're giving it to him as a gift from tonight, so just write whatever you like. It's coming around. And here's a tall gentleman who wants to ask a question.
With the differences of the unions all around the world, I was wondering what's going to stop the North American Union from actually having a prevalent presence, especially seeing how we're living in a capitalist society that has nothing more than to want to break down and destroy the lower level of poverty.
I'm not sure I know what your question is. Are you suggesting that we should actually have a political union?
Absolutely not. I'm just wondering whether or not it's gonna affect itself into being like a one world government through scare tactics and problematic situations.
Well, God forbid. Can you imagine anything more ridiculous than those Republican candidates for president and the kind of performance that they put on?
But that's the problem, though.
Anti-abortion, anti-gay marriage, anti-health program, etc.
But with
These people are getting the political leadership they deserve.
The Asian Union and the European Union have also conducted themselves in the proper manifest where they are able to conduct themselves in a proper way in order to create one currency. And that's what I'm wondering whether or not you think that that's what we should do with between Mexico, us, and the States.
No, I do not believe in that. There's a very big difference between Canada and the United States vis-a-vis the European Union. We've got one huge country next to us with many more people and many more financial resources. And in Europe, there's a whole bunch of medium-sized and small countries. And right now, more or less, there isn't one country dominating the process. I think we don't need to have a political or a closer economic union than we have. We now have more economic union between Canada and the United States thanks to those awful deals, the free trade agreement and NAFTA, than we need to have. And I think, if anything, we should be
everyone knows that
reversing
NAFTA is just raping us up the ass.
CETA is worse than NAFTA.
Okay, who's next?
Hi, Mel. I was going to ask you a question about Syria, but something has occurred to my mind which seems a little more relevant. It has to do with the mobility of capital. As you probably can guess, that the only capital that really has any desire to remain in the country is that based around the resource industries, because they can't be so easily moved to another country. But places around the world where anyone has had the temerity to pass laws protecting their own ownership of industries and that kind of thing have experienced the flight of capital. And that's the result of deliberate policies passed around the world to allow capital to fly. So I'm wondering, for example, if there were an NDP government, majority government elected, and the inevitable result took place that all the capitalists took their money and went south, what do you think would be the proper response to that?
Well, if the capitalists took their money and left the country, they'd be bloody stupid. This country is a great place to invest. We've got great resources here. We've got great opportunity for the future development of secondary industry, of resource industries, of all kinds of industry. And anybody who wants to flee this country and go to the United States, does anybody here know what the economy is like in the United States today? It's terrible. It's a terrible place to go. You want to flee there? Good luck to you, buddy.
Or else
you'll be in trouble.
You know, but you know that they would do it.
Well, if they do it, thank you very much. We don't want you back.
That's right.
Hi, Mom. I'm Ben. Nice to meet you. You said a couple things about occupying McGregor's office here in Vancouver. There's a number of people here in Vancouver who have agreed with that for quite a long time, and we're actually taking action on that on the 18th of February at 7 p.m. We're going to be creating our first public assembly at City Hall, and hopefully we're going to be laying down some groundwork in terms of occupying City Hall on a daily basis, starting that following Monday on out.
Until such time as he promises not to allow those tankers in Vancouver Harbor.
Well, there's a number of issues that we actually want to talk to him about, including his promises that he didn't follow through with in low-income housing and everything else within Vancouver. So yeah, there are a whole number of issues that we have with McGregor and City Hall, and I was just wondering how you feel how do you feel the citizens could best serve ourselves and serve the city in terms of occupying City Hall? You said, you know, the tents and sleeping bags and stuff are getting to be a problem and so on and so forth. So I'm wondering how you would propose that we properly occupy City Hall in a respectful fashion that the city can respect.